It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
To be the man. You gotta be the man. Woo!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729288. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729288. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the World Heavyweight Champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us HEWWrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here!
Jonathan Clarke, very pleased to welcome to my show for I believe what is the first time for his inaugural interview, the Extreme One, Matt Burnz from NCW. How are you doing?
Hey man, how are you? I'm doing good.
Pretty good. I understand you have a summer special that you guys are doing down there for NCW. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's going to be on the 18th of this month that we're calling it. Summer Heat. All our titles are going to be on the line. Our heavyweight champion, Spanky, he's going to actually be taking on the legendary Barbarian.
Okay.
Our tag team titles, Boomer Payne and Mike Madden are going to be taking on heavy metal and a no-holds-barred street fight. Our U.S. title is actually, or our Carolina title, is actually up for grabs. It's been suspended from the champ. We're going to have a six-man gauntlet match to crown a new champion, and I'm the current cruiserweight champion. And I'll be defending my title against Denny Valentine, who is making his return in CW.
Right. Now, the Cruiserweight title, that was a prestigious title one time, but WWE giving it to a leprechaun was a disgrace. What do you think?
Yeah, the WWE has really let me down a lot over the past few years on how they've handled business. And they've got guys in there who are great cruiserweights. They've even brought in some newer talent who would be excellent cruiserweights, but yet they just feed them to the larger guys and make them look ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. That Sin Cara guy from Mexico, from Shakara, is a pretty well-known name, and I hope they don't make him look out to be an idiot with time, you know?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. The same with Evan Bourne.
Yeah, I just recently interviewed Evan Bourne's brother, Mike Seidel, and you wouldn't believe how fondly Mike Seidel speaks of him, you know, and I hope they just don't ruin these talents, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Sin Cara, that fucked up twirl that he does, that finishing move that he does. I mean,
that's one of my biggest problems with the TV scene now. It's a flashy move versus a finishing move. And it doesn't make sense to me anymore into a lot of the stuff I see now.
Right, I understand what you mean. So wrestling in general, is that something that just came to you naturally, or did you always want to do it your entire life?
Well, I grew up loving it, and actually my father knew a couple of the old schoolers. You know, they were in my area a lot on the weekends. You know, I grew up in Spartanburg. They were in the auditorium a lot. during that time period, almost every Saturday night, there was wrestling in Spartanburg.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad knew Wahoo McDaniel personally. And I actually met Wahoo and a couple other guys as a young kid, and I just became extremely addicted to it very quickly.
Well, anyone that can survive working against the Barbarian can be classified as extreme and insane, and you survived it. Now, from what people tell me, the Barbarian is actually a hospitable guy. Is that true?
He's very hospitable. He's a very nice guy. He will teach, he still, if you do something that could hurt you or hurt others in the ring, he will let you know, hey, you need to work on this.
Right. What about the fans?
Yeah,
What about the fans in general? Do you enjoy intermingling with the fans? Are they fun to be around?
I mean, that's what drives me when I go through that curtain is to make, as of right now, I want to make those people cannot stand me. They don't, and that is what I want. When I go through that curtain, if I have one person cheering for me, then by the end of my match, they're going to hate me.
Right, yeah, and the thing is that I find very unorthodox is people find it hard cutting heel promos. I've actually had to write several heel promos for fans or for wrestlers because they don't know how to cut heel promos, and the fans out there would think, well, cutting a heel promo is, very easy to do, but it's not necessarily the case.
No, it's not, and a lot of that boils down to how you were brought into this business. And a lot of these guys now you see, they learn 2 or 3 quote-unquote house spots and they think they're a wrestler. And instead of, they think hardcore wrestling is beating each other in the face with a chair, in which I have done many matches just like that. But I have also did 45-minute matches and never let the crowd lose interest in my match. That's also hardcore wrestling.
I just recently interviewed Abdul the Butcher, like a hardcore icon here on the show, several weeks ago. I'd love to hear somebody. I'd love to hear somebody say hardcore wrestling is just getting hit in the head with a chair to Abdul the Butcher. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's insane. I mean, there are hardcore wrestlers out there that are virtually giving it their all. If you had to pick one word to describe professional wrestling, especially on the independents, like one word, what would it be?
Passion. Without a doubt, it's passion.
Okay, great. Biggest problem on the independents, what do you see it being? Is it the promoters not promoting the show? Is it the wrestlers themselves showing up with no proper training? What is it?
Well, I think it's, honestly, I can't pinpoint just one. It's a mixture. You've got promoters out there who only start up a show just so they can be the man,
Yeah.
That way they can be the world champion, the main event, and then they put guys in the ring that are untrained. And untrained independent is not a good thing. And they see this on TV thinking, oh, I can do this, and they get a guy who is charging them thousands of dollars, say, I'll teach you to be a pro wrestler, and then all he's doing is ripping the kid off, and he gets in the ring, and he gets in the ring with somebody like me. I've been doing this since 1999. I've given my heart, my soul, my knees, my back, my shoulders to this business, and then when I get in the ring with somebody like that, they have to be, in my opinion, I'm not going to get hurt because you don't know what you're doing, and I will take them to school and learn, that's guys like me, and then there's others that are known as, shooters. You get a shooter in there, and they're going to hurt the kid.
Your career started the same year that Sleepy Hollow was released starring Johnny Depp. That's pretty cool. But I mean, I understand what you're saying. I mean, these guys are basically going to these 1 and 2 day seminars and then showing up and walking in like they own the joint.
Yeah, they don't earn respect. When I was brought in, I was trained by some of the best around. I don't know if you've ever heard of Norton and Cruiser Lewis.
I've heard of their name.
Those 2 guys are some of the best people that would give you the shirt off their back. But also, for 6 straight months, they beat me. 3 days a week, sometimes 4 if I could get down to them. They beat the crap out of me.
your thoughts?
And I learned so much from that.
Right. What are your thoughts on this backyard wrestling stuff that's being posted on YouTube? I blame the video game. I blame the video game companies for these backyard wrestling video games on the PlayStation and stuff. It's pointless in my opinion. What do you think?
It's a joke, and these kids, they want to see YouTube sensations, and they want to, jump off the top of a house onto a kid on a ladder thinking that it's awesome, and it's a joke. If they really want to do what we do, there are hundreds of independents throughout this nation. You can find one to train.
Yeah.
You're going to end up getting yourself killed. Maimed. It's just horrible.
You have the Harley Race Wrestling Academy. You have the Chris Hamrick Wrestling School. You have one that Vader is starting up. You have a number of different